Welcome back to my channel, the Coin Spot today is best top 2 coins 1. You want to miss we're diving into the world of United States coins? Please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. Top 1, the 2014 United States dime, including its historical background, obverse and reverse design, minting process, materials, mintage figures, special varieties, and even information on storage, value, and collecting. This should take you deep into the world of this small but important coin. The 2014 United States dime. A full overview introduction to the U.S. dime. The United States dime is the 10-cent coin in American currency. The smallest diameter and one of the thinnest U.S. coins, it plays a vital role in everyday commerce. The term dime originates from the Latin word decimus, meaning tenth. The dime has been minted since 1796. In its current design, the Roosevelt dime has been in circulation since 1946. Honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt's historical background, the Roosevelt dime was introduced shortly after President Roosevelt's death in 1945, replacing the Mercury dime winged Liberty head. Roosevelt was chosen because of his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, but also due to his close ties to the March of Dimes campaign, which was founded to combat polio disease. Roosevelt battled personally design. Details of the 2014 Demobverse front portrait features a left-facing profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt designer John R. Sinek, K., the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time of the design's creation. Liberty, left side of Roosevelt's profile. In God We Trust, positioned near the bottom left. 2014. Date of minting. Mint mark appears to the right of the date, either P.DIOS, depending on mint reverse back design. A torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch left and an oak branch right, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. Designer John R. Sinek, United States of America. Around the top, E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one. Displayed across the torch, one dime. At the bottom, specifications. Feature. Details: denomination 10 cents, composition clad, outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a core of pure copper, weight 2.268 grams, diameter 17.91 H, rated 118 reads, thickness 1.35 ohmint. Marks and locations. In 2014, dimes were struck at 3 different U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia Mint, Merc, P. Denver Mint, Mint Mark D. San Francisco Mint. Mint marks only 4 proof coins. Mintage figures for 2014 mint mintage. Notes: Philadelphia P. Shisa E 1010 Wubaiwen. Circulation strike Denver D. Shar Yi Sen 101. Circulation strike San Francisco approximately 1,200,000 proof, not intended for circulation. Special varieties and collector editions. While the standard 2014 dimes don't have major varieties like double dies or errors commonly associated with high value, there are some interesting types to look out for. 2014 S-proof dime struck in San Francisco using specially prepared dies and polished planchette, high quality mirror-like finish, sold only in proof sets. These are not meant for circulation and are typically more valuable due to quality and limited mintage. Possible errors, though not guaranteed. Collectors occasionally find errors like off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, cracks, double dies. Rare storage, preservation, and handling. Even though the 2014 dime is not made of silver, proper storage is important for collectors. Store in a dry, cool environment to avoid tarnishing and environmental wear. Use airtight holders, such as coin flips, capsules, or albums. Avoid handling with bare hands. Use cotton gloves to prevent oils and acids from damaging the coin. For proof coins, never remove them from their original cases unless necessary. Current value as of 2025 for most 2014 dimes. Value depends on condition and mint coin type. Condition value: USD. Arding Isa POR. Arding Isa D. Circulated Ling, E Ling Arding Isa P. or 2014D. Uncirculated MS65 or better. $0.25 $1. 00201 for S. Proof PR69 or PR $71 $4. era dimes clipped, mistrike, etc. Varies $5 to $100 plus, depending on rarity note. MS stands for mint state. PR for proof collecting the 2014 dime. Many collectors include the 2014 dime as part of date sets collecting one dime from every year. Mint mark sets collecting PD. Ness Roosevelt dime series sets 1946 present raercoin collections. Looking for minting mistakes due to its high mintage and modern design. It is readily available and perfect for beginner collectors. Interesting facts about the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime is the longest-running dime design in U.S. history. Used continuously since 1946, the design has remained largely unchanged for almost 80 years, although modern dimes are not silver. Those struck before 1965 are 90% silver and more valuable. The March of Dimes, named after the dime, remains active in children's health advocacy. Conclusion: the 2014 Roosevelt dime is a simple yet meaningful part of U.S. coinage. While its face value is just 10 cents, its symbolism runs deep, representing liberty, unity, and strength. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone just starting to appreciate coins, this little piece of metal offers a glimpse into American history, artistry, and civic life. Though it's not rare or precious in composition, it holds educational and collector value, especially when preserved in pristine condition. Top to the 1980 United States one dime coin, including its historical context. Front and back design details, composition, minting figures, varieties, error coins, value storage tips, and its relevance to collectors today. This will read like a small reference booklet and should be just what you're looking for. The 1980 United States dime. Full details. Introduction to the U.S. dime. The United States one dime coin represents 10 cents, or 1/10 of a dollar. Though physically small, the dime has played an important role in U.S. commerce and history. The current design is the Roosevelt dime, which was first issued in 1946, 1 year after President Franklin D. Roosevelt's death. The design honored Roosevelt's legacy and his work with the March of Dimes campaign, which sought to fight polio, an illness he personally battled throughout his life. By 1980, the Roosevelt dime had been in use for over 30 years, and the nation was entering a period of modernization and economic transition. Although the 1980 dime wasn't struck from silver like pre-1965 dimes, it remains an interesting piece for collectors, especially for mint mark varieties, error coins, and high-grade specimens. Design and appearance. Obverse front. The front of the 1980 dime displays a left-facing portrait of Franklin Delano Roosevelt as the 32nd President of the United States. Designer John R. Sinnock, Chief Engraver of the U.S. Mint, 1935 to 1947. Liberty appears along the left edge. In God We Trust is positioned below Roosevelt's chin. The year 1980 is at the lower right. The mint mark is located just above the date. Near Roosevelt's neckline, the initials JS4, John Sinnock, are just below the neckline, despite some conspiracy theories in the past. The JS does not refer to Joseph Stalin. It is simply the engraver's initials. Reverse back. The reverse design, also by John R. Sinnock, showcases three major symbols. Torch in the center symbolizes liberty. Olive branch on the left represents peace. Oak branch on the right represents strength and independence. United States of America. Arches along the top. E pluribusanum, Latin, out of many. One appears between the branches. One dime is inscribed along the bottom. Symbolism of the reverse has remained virtually unchanged since 1946, reinforcing the coin's message of unity and strength. Composition and specifications. 1980 dime was made of a copper-nickel clad composition. At silver feature specification, composition outer layers, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Core. Pure copper, content about 91.67%, overall diameter, 17.91 ohm weight. 2.268 grams thickness, 1.35 image readed 118 reads. This clad composition began in 1965, replacing the 90% silver dimes used earlier. The change was made to reduce costs due to rising silver prices. Mints and mint marks. In 1980, the Roosevelt dime was produced at 3 different U.S. mints. Mint location: mint mark, Mintogue, Philadelphia. First year, this was used 635,832,000. Denver. COD 735,150,000 San Francisco. CAS 3,554,806 proof coins. Only important note: 1980 was the first year that Philadelphia dimes received a P mint mark. Before 1980, Philadelphia coins were typically produced without any mint mark. This change marked a significant milestone in U.S. numismatics. Proof coins 198 OS. The 198 OS Roosevelt dime was not intended for circulation. It was only produced in proof sets for collector's features, mirror-like fields, frosted devices, sharp strikes. Old in U.S. mint proof sets. Rarity, not rare, but valued higher than circulation strikes. Value 2025, $1.50 for dollars depending on condition. Error coins and varieties. Though the 1980 dime is not considered a rare coin, collectors look for error varieties, some of which can be quite valuable. These include known error types. Off-center strikes. Part of the design is missing. It's more valuable if 50% off with full date. Mint mark. Clipped planchette. A piece of the coin is missing due to a cutting error. Double. Obverse DDO. Doubling of the date. Liberty. Or, in God we trust. Rare for 1980, but check with a loop. Broad strike error. Coin struck outside the collar, resulting in a larger, flatter coin with no reading. Wrong planchette errors. Rare. A dime struck on a penny or foreign coin planchette. How to spot errors. A 10x magnifying loop, proper lighting, and compare with standard coins. Many collectors submit potential error dimes to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC.value, and collectability. The 1980 dime is a common coin in circulation. It's usually not worth more than face value, unless in pristine condition or with errors. Value table as of 2025. Coin type grade approximate value 1980p per 198OD circulated VGF $0.101980 198OD uncirculated MS. Proof PR67 to PR701 $1.50 for dollars. OO errors off center. Clipped NA $5 $200 depending on raretim 67 or MS 68 examples graded $10 $100 scarce and high grade storage. Handling and preservation if you plan to keep your 1980 dimes for collecting or investment. Don't clean your coins. This reduces values. Coin flips, capsules, or albums keep away from air and moisture. Store in a climate-controlled environment. With low humidity. Handle with cotton gloves to avoid fingerprints or skin oil damage. Label coins clearly, especially if separating mint marks and proof types. Fun facts in historical context: 1980 was a pivotal year in U.S. history. Ronald Reagan was elected president, and inflation and gas prices were major issues. Coins like the 1980 dime were a daily part of life during a tough economic period. The March of Dimes, founded during Roosevelt's lifetime, had its name inspired by the dime coin, though no longer silver. Dimes like the 1980 issue still retain value. In sets and for collectors of U.S. currency history, tips for collectors. For beginners, try to collect all three mint marks for 1980p. DS for intermediate collectors. Look for MS67 or higher dimes from PCGS on GC4. Advanced collectors, focus on die varieties and mint errors. Add it to a Roosevelt dime set. 1946. Today use coin collecting apps or websites like PCGS, CoinFax, or NGC Coin Explorer for updated market prices. Summary: the 1980 US dime might seem like just another coin in your pocket, but it has historical significance, subtle varieties, and collectability. From being the first year with a P mint mark to having error coins worth hundreds of dollars, the 1980 dime proves that even everyday coins have stories to tell, whether you're searching through pocket change, building a Roosevelt dime collection, or examining proofs under magnification. The 1980 dime has something to offer. It's a small but powerful symbol of American history, strength, and resilience. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.